Hey guys, what's up? It's Ali Goodwin, and we're doing another college-themed video today. These are my favorite kinds of videos to make, and today we're going to be doing everything that I wish I had brought to college my freshman year that I didn't. Number one, a printer. A printer is something that isn't like absolutely necessary to have in college. There's like going to be public printers in like the library and stuff, and I'm sure you'll meet some friends with that own printers, but that's something that you're going to be using all 4 years of college and probably after you graduate college. So I think you just might as well invest in a printer. It's just way more convenient, and then like I would have to pay like 20 or I think it was 10 cents a page to print, which like isn't bad, but like I was printing a lot of papers in college, so it would just be cheaper and better just to invest in your own printer for all 4 years of college. Number two, sunscreen. So not everyone may need sunscreen, but if you're pale like me, then you definitely do. And this is something I didn't even like think about bringing. Like I packed like my essential stuff like a comforter and towels and clothes, but like sunscreen, who thinks of that, you know? I go to UT, which is in Austin, and there was so much fun outdoor activities to do. You can go like kayaking and hiking and all this fun stuff. And let me tell you, I got real burnt sometimes, so sunscreen is a must-have. 3. Kind of going along with sunscreen is aloe vera. I went to this like pecan festival in Austin and I got so sunburned, like so sunburned. And for some reason I could not find aloe vera anywhere close to campus. I went to CVS and they had this like weird blue aloe vera that was like not really aloe vera, and like my campus store had like aloe vera lotion, which isn't the same as aloe vera, and it was just a real struggle. So I would suggest definitely bringing your own aloe vera if you're pale like me and you know that you're probably going to get sunburned one way or another. 4. A picnic blanket. So this is just kind of like a fun thing that I think would have been so fun if I had brought it. For 2 reasons. Number 1, picnics are the best. There's tons of like cool parks near my campus, so it would just be super fun as like a date or with friends just to like go chill in the park and have a picnic lunch. And then number 2, it would be great to study with. There's a bunch of like big lawns on my campus where kids always sit out and study, and I sat on the lawn one time to study and my pants were kind of like grass stained afterwards. The grass was a little wet because it was like early in the morning, but if you have a picnic blanket, that just solves all those problems. So I think that's like a great fun idea and great fun way to study is with a picnic blanket. 5. Also a thing that would be great and fun to study with is a hammock. I think a hammock would be so fun. There were like tons of kids at my college who got like little fold-up hammocks, and they would just like whip it out and like tie it between 2 trees and like lay there and chill and read, or they would study there. Or you can get like hammocks for 2 people. You can like hang out with your friend or your boyfriend or whoever in your hammock. We also went to this like river one time, and a bunch of my friends were swimming, but one of the girls in our group didn't really want to swim, so she just like laid in a hammock by the river and watched us all swim, and it looked super relaxing. So I think a hammock is just great for a ton of different reasons, and I wish I had brought one. 6. Medicine and a first aid kit. So there was one point in the year where I got a really bad cold, and it was not fun to be like sick and have to get on the bus and go to HEB to buy some cold medicine. So if you just already had that with you, then that would be like really easy and great. Also a first aid kit, just in case you get like a little cut or like a paper cut or something, and just want to throw on a quick band-aid. That's super helpful. 7. Small collapsible luggage to go home. So if you're going to be traveling from your college to back home and you need a little like luggage to take with you, I would really suggest a small collapsible piece of luggage, especially if you're staying in the dorm, because at the beginning of the year I brought like an actual like luggage bag, and it just took up so much room in my dorm. I put it in my closet and it took up like the whole floor of my closet, and it was just like so unnecessary because I really didn't go home that much. But then later in the year I invested in like this like luggage bag that like folds up to be like this big, and then you can also unzip it to stretch it out to be like this big, so I could fit a ton of stuff in it, and it took like really low amount of space in my dorm room. 8. A rain jacket. Oh my gosh, a rain jacket would have been so helpful at the beginning of the year. I had brought an umbrella, and if you have an umbrella you don't have to have a rain jacket, but it's just really nice to have it because then you just know for sure you're like not gonna get wet at all. especially like if I was carrying a lot of things, an umbrella is just another thing to carry, or if the rain's like blowing at an angle, then your rain jacket will just for sure protect you. You can zip up in it, put on a hoodie, and you're good to go. 9. A fan. So I'm not sure where you're going to be living, but I lived in a dorm where you could not control the air conditioning at all, so I made sure to bring lots of blankets and then a fan. So I actually did bring a fan, but a lot of my friends didn't, and they wish that they had, because I get really hot at night and it's great to sleep with a fan on you, or just if you have a lot of friends over in your room, it gets hot because lots of people, so a fan is great to have. Also blankets, especially if you can't control the temperature in your room. 10. A bike. So a bike's not for everyone, and it really depends how big your campus is, but I think it would have been super helpful to be able to bike from one end of the campus to the other. My campus was pretty big. Sometimes it's hard to bike because campus can be crowded, but overall I think a bike would just be fun to like go bike around the city instead of having to take the bus all the time, or bike to class, just because campus was pretty big, especially next year because I'm going to be in an apartment, which will be a little further from campus than my dorm was, so a bike would be great to get to class super fast, especially if you're running late in those 8 a.m.s. Alright guys, that's all for this week's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and let me know if there's like any other things you have that would be like great to bring to college, because I'm going to be heading back to college in a month or two, and like any tips or tricks or things that would be cool to have or just convenient to have at college, I would love to know too, so comment those below if you think of any, and if there's any other college themed videos you want me to make, definitely let me know in the comments. Alright, see you next week. Bye!